did meet last year in the Rose Bowl and past
years, competitively that is.
24th time Real Madrid have been in the United States on tour, and the 5th friendly to be played between European sides at Soldier Field is underway. It's
transfers down onto the pitch, and we're seeing it early on.
Advantage, nice little flick by Endrick. Brahim looking for Endrick, flags up. Andrew Bigelow on the far side was quick with the flag.
That's the word, it's the intricacy, it's magnificent from Brahim and Luka Modric, and he just couldn't quite take it. You see, he's just strayed half a foot offside, but then the touch as well.
Here's Endrick for Brahim.
Well, obviously the other good thing we don't have to get into, Mark, apart from the traffic.
Modric with the switch. Fran Garcia. Brahim Diaz. To Courtois. It was a big blow at the weekend, losing Florenzi, and in the commentary of that one, he went to ground. You kind of knew it's one of those that's not good and doesn't look good, and hopefully what.
Interesting to see what we get out of Marco Nasti, just 20 years of age. Hasn't quite ended up. You just want somebody arcing around that back post, and normally you would assume that would be Antonio Rudiger.
8 years. But Modric does better. Brahim. Just 2 at the back, Real Madrid, but it means they've got more options when they come forward, including Fran Garcia. Fullbacks extremely advanced for Los Blancos. It's good defending. Had to be as well by Davide Calabria.
That's Modric. I think it takes a special character who understands what he can and can't say to players that have 2 decades between them, and you've got Endrick who's just starting to make his way in the game. You've got Modric who's absolutely won all.
Brahim comes on the Jets. Endrick. Brahim Diaz. That close.
We just talked about Endrick getting into the game, and he pulls off nicely. It's a lovely couple of touches, and then he's unselfish and feeds Brahim Diaz. He just can't whip that right foot around the ball enough. In the sense, maybe if it was on the other side, he'd really truly expect it. You talked at the beginning of the game, Mark, about both managers asking for a solid 45, and then there'll be changes. You would assume that will happen here. This is just born of frustration for Endrick. That little bit of a lull period for Real Madrid, who was really pulling the string. Since then, not so much.
While you're thinking about the Milan player, here's Fran Garcia. Back through Fran Garcia. Gullar's movement for a youngster is exceptional. It's not all about getting the ball all the time.
To see him then going again, if he can get across the face of the goalkeeper. He sees that Rudiger is struggling to really pull the ball back to him.
It's actually a smart foul to give away, because Dani Ceballos was in acres down this left-hand side. He was aware, you saw the little look there, he knew exactly where his teammate was. Smart.
It's not ready. The players trying to get back into this second half. It's the fans as well. It's certainly, yeah, it will certainly hurt for Cesar Palacios. That's for certain. Not only does the challenge hurt, but it hurts having to go off after 7 minutes. It's a real shame for him.
Hopefully, of that young man. But will we see a goal? Brahim. Shoot was the cry from the crowd for Lucas. Half time, he got that second goal in the 3-2 win back in April against Barcelona, and he does have the chance to get forward. He loves to do so, but he's got to get back here as Milan have the opportunity. Through Chukwueze to open the scoring. Beaten 1-0.
to give away, but it should be expected almost with all of the substitutions, with all of the changes. And Chukwueze is all alone, there's nobody there. He opens a
sir. Well, the first bit was nice from Musa. Nico Paz.
Yeah, it's all well and good getting the ooh from the crowd, then you've got to keep the ball.
That's a good defensive header. Well, you want to score them all the time, pre-season or not, but make sure you're ready for the first game. Real Madrid at Mallorca, Milan against Torino. 18th and 17th. Ibrahim Diaz with the layoff. Ceballos. The arm was outstretched. You're not getting that with or without VAR, but you appeal because the problem is no one knows. Easy with the defensive block. They're turning the screw here, Real Madrid.
That all the changes for AC Milan, it feels as though it's even things up now, Mark.
But on the count,
on the back post.
What's better, a good bad one or a bad good one?
Bad good one.
Lucas Vázquez again. Taking no chances in the technical area. Paulo Fonseca. Wondering if there's an update. One is coming Tommaso Pobega, Mattia Gabbia, Hugo Cuenca and Adam Bakune.
Gets by us, doesn't get by them.
Exactly. The announcement being made right now is confirmation that tonight.
I thought he had a decent game, Chukwueze. Obviously the goal, not just the goal, but did flit in and out of the game a little bit too much.
Once again, Lucas Vázquez is in acres of space down this right-hand side.
He's up and down. Maybe the first pre-season game for Real Madrid, but he has put a shift in, and that is a massive understatement. He's been very impressive as Vázquez. And a confident boy on that far side as well. Very tall for a winger, but he glides across the surface really nicely. He offered up that one too with Pulisic.
Some competitive opportunities this year as part of the Milan Futuro side. That's basically a fancy name for the reserves, but they'll play in Serie C, the third tier. And they'll play against decent enough opposition, but competitive games. Cuenca. Sloppy. Now, a chance for Real Madrid. Great run, and a super save to deny Álvaro Rodriguez.
Just shouting at Hugo, 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 he shouted because Cuenca gave this ball away and he should have been punished, but Torriani does really well.
Right. Musa. Mooring. Pobega. Strong challenge on Bakune. No foul. And away goes Álvaro Rodriguez, advantage played by the referee. Juan Milataza with the layoff. Is this the opportunity for Real Madrid? Of 70 minutes or so at Wembley when it was goalless. Champions.
Well, it may only be pre-season, but you want to win. You want to win every single game you play, and whether it's...
There's a problem here for Álvaro Rodriguez at the other end. It's going to require a change for Real Madrid. They're going to bring on Jeremy de Leon.
To the tender ages of 15, 16, 17, see how they develop with the world watching on.
Yeah, he joined up with the... Alvaro Morata's the other one for Milan who will join up with the squad on the 10th of August. Before Milan face Torino. Jeremy de Leon